This is Chris Kelly, which is a simple explanation of the concept of progressive resistance for weight training. Okay, when we say progressive resistance, one reason why somebody walks on a treadmill and might see some results in the first couple of weeks, but doesn't afterwards, is that they do the exact same thing for the exact same amount of time. And when in reality, the only way that we're going to see progress with strength training, conditioning, whatever it may be, is if we make things progressively harder so our body breaks down our muscles and builds up a little bit stronger version. So with each workout, my goal for you is to make things just a little bit harder. And for weight training, I'm going to show you a couple ways to do just that. Right now, generally when we assign workouts, we're going to say 3 sets of 8 to 12. We're going to give you a rep range, so we'll say 6 to 8, 8 to 12, whatever it may be. If you can go outside of that rep range, that means we need to change it in some way. So if you do, for example, we give you a deadlift, all right? You come down, you get 12 reps with great form, okay? It's easy for you. Okay, you know that I did 12 pretty easily, so you're going to write down 12 for your first set. But then you know that, hey, a way to make this harder is I'm going to increase the weight by 5 pounds, all right? You do, maybe 10 reps, but it's more difficult. So you're within that range and you know you're going to get those adaptions. And over the period of 4 weeks, you see that, okay, I was at 50 pounds in week 1, I was at 55 pounds in week 2, week 3, maybe I added 3 reps. So we can either increase difficulty in this way by adding reps, if you're in that rep range, or weights, by making it maybe 5 to 10 pounds heavier. Okay, now for exercises like deadlifts and floor presses where we can add weight, that's kind of the incremental way in which we do that. Okay, for things like push-ups and bodyweight exercises, it's a little bit different. All right, because if you're doing a push-up on a box, all right, and you knock out 12 with good form, it's pretty easy. Okay, it's kind of hard to say, okay, well, how are we going to make that harder? Okay, what we want to do is just look at the angle or the difficulty level. All right, because being on the floor is bearing a little bit more of my body weight. The natural progression from, say, maybe doing push-ups on a wall, on a bench, on a smaller box here would be the floor. Okay, and again, if I can do 12 with good form here, or whatever the rep range is, I'm going to put my feet up on a box. Okay, knock that out. Okay, really the same idea goes for things like TRX rows where I'm hanging back, I can do 12 pretty good reps. I walk it in a little bit, okay, once again, that's making it harder. So instead of riding like week 1, 50 pounds, week 2, 55 pounds, you might make just some sort of a note like feet inclined, then feet against wall, knees bent, knees straight, something of that nature. So that's kind of the big differentiation that we make between bodyweight exercises. But I always want you to think, whether it be weight or angle of your body, always think about how we can be making things harder with each session so we can get an expected result. All right, that's part 1.